bought a wrecked diesel pusher and drove it 2,700 miles home.
So here it is. This is a 2016 Newmar Ventana LE with the 360 horsepower Cummins. I wanted to get a motorhome for the family, and this is kind of what I landed on. Bought this thing sight unseen. It was down in Tifton, Georgia. And as you can see, it's missing some parts. I flew down to Atlanta, Georgia, Ubered down to Tifton, picked this thing up, and before I did that, I did have it picked up from the auction yard, delivered to the Freightliner service center where they looked it over a little bit, fixed an air problem that it had. As you can see, this thing blew a front steer tire, and that caused them to swerve into a freeway divider. So it wiped that mirror off. It busted up the fiberglass cap there on the lower corner, took out that front bay door, bent that framework up, and body shop had started to do some of the repairs on this coach. They sanded some of the damage out, but it's still got a fair amount. The insurance company decided to declare it total loss, and so I picked it up at auction. It's got a fair amount of damage on this driver's side. That wheel was destroyed in the crash. They replaced that. The top of that concrete wall kind of scraped all the way down the side, but it's actually not that bad. It looks worse than it really is. But I went ahead and I picked this thing up from Freightliner, drove it about 1.5 miles over to an RV park, and I kind of had an opportunity to go through it. Had to fix a couple small problems with the air ride, and got those issues fixed. Taped a temporary mirror on the side. Had to replace one of the rear tires, was flat, and basically got it on the road and drove it 2,700 miles all the way back to Idaho. And so now it's sitting in the shop waiting for me to kind of come up with a game plan on how I'm going to repair this coach. It has some issues. It drives really well. I didn't have any problems with it driving home. I'm going to put all new tires on it. I'm going to fix the body damage, repaint. This bay is smashed in a little bit, but I should be able to pull it out. So I kind of wanted to just throw this out here. This is something I'm going to be working on over the winter. I've kind of taken a break from working on the Phoenix right now, trying to do some stuff that's more family oriented. So this is my plan with this RV, is to get it fixed, and this is the best way I could find to, afford something like this. This coach sells for around $160,000 normally. I'm in at about $22,000 right now as it sits. So I think it's worth it. I have the ability to fix this thing. It's missing some fiberglass panels, which is unfortunate. I was really banking on the fact that they would be underneath, that they would remove these and store them in the bins. But unfortunately, the body shop that was working on this coach kept everything they removed from it. The other thing that they did, and I've since I found out who the original owners were. I talked to them. The generator's been stolen out of this motorhome. And the generator was in the coach when it was dropped off to the body shop. Sometime between the point when the insurance company declared it total loss before it made it to the auction yard, they took the generator out of it. they flat stole it. And, I knew the generator was missing when I bought the coach. I figured it might have been damaged in the crash or whatever. They said absolutely not. There was nothing wrong with that generator. They just flat stole it. And I know who the body shop was that worked on it. I've contacted them. They're, of course, denying it. So I'm gonna pursue some other avenues on that. I don't expect to get the generator back, but I think they should at least be held accountable for what they did. I mean, I don't think they should be able to get away with stealing parts off of these vehicles because it's just not right, and that shouldn't have been done. And somebody out there has a generator that's stolen, and they probably don't even realize it. But anyways, these are some pictures that I was able to get from the original owners. So as you can see, the damage wasn't really that bad. The body shop kind of made it worse, in my opinion, because all of the fiberglass parts were there. Everything was very fixable, and now all these parts are missing. And Newmar no longer makes these parts, so it's going to be really difficult to get this thing back into the condition that I want it in. So I'm still on the fence about how I'm going to do that. But anyways, this is, I'm going to make videos along the way and keep you all updated on how this goes and how I do it. And so this is kind of the introductory video in the series of repairing this motorhome. So stay tuned, and I will post more videos as I make progress. So thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you soon.